Hollywood is famously known for its dazzling glamour and illustrious stars, but not every face can maintain a pure reputation. In today's video, we will reveal the 10 most evil actors currently, those who once shone on the screen, but are now being held in jail due to criminal acts and serious scandals. They not only amaze their fans, but also serve as living evidence that a reputation can be destroyed by wrongful actions. Let us explore the story behind these fallen stars. Bill Cosby was hailed as one of the most beloved figures in the entertainment industry. His influence spanned many fields: stand-up comedy, television, books, and film, creating a legacy that once seemed untouchable. In 1965, Bill Cosby broke racial barriers by becoming the first black actor to star in a primetime television show, I Spy, and received 3 consecutive Emmy Awards. This pioneering role opened opportunities for later generations of black actors. In 1984, The Cosby Show premiered, portraying an ideal black family and quickly becoming one of the most watched programs of the decade. The show earned Cosby the affectionate nickname America's Dad, affirming his status as a beloved figure in American entertainment. However, behind the image of the ideal family man, a horrifying secret was hidden. Allegations of sexual assault began to emerge as early as the 1960s, but were largely overlooked or dismissed due to Cosby's power and influence. The first public accusation appeared in 2005 when Andrea Constand, a Temple University employee, accused Cosby of drugging and assaulting her. Although the matter was settled out of court, it prompted many other women to come forward with similar stories. In 2014, comedian Hannibal Buress sparked public attention with a stand-up routine in which he called Cosby a hypocrite and urged the audience to investigate the allegations. This led to a wave of over 60 women sharing similar accounts of being drugged and sexually assaulted by Cosby over several decades. Cosby's legal troubles peaked in 2015 when he was charged with aggravated sexual assault in the case brought by Andrea Constand. His trial became a pivotal moment in the Me Too movement, symbolizing the demand for accountability from powerful men who had long evaded justice. In 2018, Cosby was convicted on 3 counts of aggravated sexual assault and sentenced to 10 years in prison. However, in 2021, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court overturned his conviction due to a prior agreement reached during the prosecution, resulting in his release after nearly 3 years in custody. Although he was legally free, Cosby's reputation was permanently damaged. Amy Lan, best known for her role in Melrose Place, shocked the world when she was involved in a tragic car accident in 2010. Driving under the influence, she caused a crash in New Jersey that resulted in the death of Helen Seaman and severely injured her husband, Fred Seaman. Investigations revealed that Amy Lan's blood alcohol level exceeded the legal limit while driving. Witnesses at the scene described her vehicle as speeding and losing control before the collision, leading to catastrophic consequences. In court, Amy Lan expressed deep remorse and admitted her actions, but the prosecutor argued that her irresponsibility had led to irreversible consequences. Initially, she was sentenced to 3 years in prison. However, after multiple trials and appeals, her sentence was adjusted to reflect the severity of the incident. Shannon Richardson, once recognized for her supporting roles in popular TV shows like The Walking Dead and The Vampire Diaries, was emerging as a rising star among Hollywood's supporting cast. However, few could have predicted that beneath the glitz and glamour of the entertainment industry, Richardson would become the focal point of a shocking criminal case involving politics and lethal toxins. In 2013, she made headlines for all the wrong reasons when she was arrested for sending letters laced with the deadly poison ricin to President Barack Obama and other prominent figures, including New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg. The case was exposed when authorities discovered the poisoned letters, triggering an immediate investigation. The potential threat to lives not only caused widespread panic, but also left many questioning who could be bold and dangerous enough to carry out such an act. Upon her arrest, Richardson attempted to shift the blame onto her husband in an effort to evade responsibility. However, overwhelming evidence, including fingerprints and data from her personal computer, confirmed that she was solely behind the alarming act. In July 2014, Richardson was sentenced to 18 years in prison, making her case one of the most shocking criminal scandals ever to emerge from Hollywood. Her downfall served as a stark reminder of the dark side of fame, illustrating how one can fall from the heights of success into the depths of crime and face severe consequences. Danny Masterson gained widespread fame in the early 2000s thanks to his role as Stephen Hyde, the sharp-witted and rebellious character in the beloved sitcom That 70s Show. With his dry humor and relaxed demeanor, Masterson quickly became a fan-favorite face and an icon on television. However, despite his success and charm in Hollywood, disturbing allegations emerged a few years later, permanently changing his public image and stalling his career. In the early 2000s, numerous women accused Masterson of inappropriate behavior in events that occurred from 2001 to 2003. These allegations, combined with concerns that there was pressure to remain silent, brought the case to light before the public, attracting significant attention to both Masterson and his ties with the Church of Scientology. Critics questioned whether this organization played a role in preventing these women from speaking out, revealing broader issues of power, influence, and potential cover-ups. While Danny Masterson continued working in Hollywood, including starring in Netflix's The Ranch, public scrutiny over the allegations increased in 2017 with the rise of the Me Too movement. As legal and public pressure mounted, Masterson was removed from his show and was officially charged with multiple allegations related to the incident, which he denied, asserting that the encounters were consensual. The trial, beginning in 2023, brought forth emotional testimonies from the victims, highlighting the significant social and emotional challenges they faced. In May 2023, Danny Masterson was convicted on 2 of the 3 charges, and by September of that year, he was sentenced to 30 years to life. Sherlock Holmes, widely known by his stage name Diddy, built a successful career in music and film, including his role in the film Draft Day, 2014. However, recent headlines about him have taken a dark turn. On September 16, 2024, he was arrested at a hotel in New York and is currently facing serious charges including sex trafficking, racketeering, and transporting individuals for the purpose of prostitution. These charges have cast a shadow over his once dazzling public image. According to an indictment dating back to 2009, Sherlock Holmes, also known as Diddy, is accused of running a criminal enterprise that forced women to engage in prolonged sexual acts. The allegations indicate that he used his influence, threats, and even drugs to manipulate and control his victims, all while maintaining his public image and concealing his actions. Diddy has denied all the allegations. His defense team asserts that he is the target of an unjust prosecution. He remains steadfast in proclaiming his innocence and vehemently denies the allegations. However, prosecutors have presented disturbing evidence, including the discovery of weapons and a large quantity of lubricants during searches of his properties, along with allegations of abuse and coercion. If convicted on all charges, Diddy could face a sentence ranging from 15 years to life imprisonment. He has been denied bail twice and is currently held at the Metropolitan Detention Center under special observation for safety reasons. These developments have further complicated the case, as the public closely follows the ongoing legal proceedings. Shelley Malil may not be widely known, but for fans of the comedy film The 40-Year-Old Virgin, 2005, he is remembered as one of the standout characters, playing a quirky colleague with remarkable comedic talent. Mal's humorous performance and interactions with the cast left a strong impression, significantly contributing to the film's commercial and critical success. Despite his recognized comedic talent, Shelley Malil's career never reached the same level of success as some of his co-stars from The 40-Year-Old Virgin. In 2008, his life took a tragic and shocking turn on August 10th of that year. Malil brutally attacked his ex-girlfriend, Kendra BBE, stabbing her more than 20 times at her home in San Marcos, California. The attack, fueled by jealousy, left Kendra severely injured and permanently altered the course of her life. This violent act marked a dramatic and irreversible turning point in Mal's life and career. Witnesses described Mal's uncontrollable rage during the attack, and neighbors, hearing the commotion, called the police. Kendra survived the horrific ordeal, though she required extensive medical treatment and suffered long-term psychological trauma. Malil was arrested and charged with premeditated attempted murder and assault with a deadly weapon. During the trial, prosecutors argued that the attack was calculated and ruthless, emphasizing the severity of Kendra's injuries and the malicious intent behind Mal's actions. Although Malil claimed that he had lost control in a moment of anger, the jury found him guilty. In 2010, he was sentenced to 12 years to life in prison, effectively ending his career. Skylar Deleon, born on August 12, 1979 in Sun Valley, California, began his career as a child actor, landing a supporting role in the famous series Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. However, his acting career quickly declined, leaving him frustrated and facing increasing financial difficulties. As the pressures of life grew, Deleon's dream of success in Hollywood gave way to a dark path driven by greed and desperation. In 2004, Skylar Deleon, along with his wife Jennifer Henderson and accomplices John Fitzgerald Kennedy and Alonzo McCain, devised a chilling plan to steal a well-deserved yacht from a retired couple, Thomas and Jackie Hawks, by posing as potential buyers. This group overpowered the couple while they were out at sea, forcing them to sign over the ownership of the yacht in a cruel and callous act. Afterwards, they tied the couple to an anchor and threw them overboard. The bodies of Thomas and Jackie Hawks were never recovered, and their disappearance remains one of the most haunting aspects of Deleon's crimes. The case shocked the public, and in 2008, Skylar Deleon was sentenced to death for first-degree murder of Thomas and Jackie Hawks. His accomplices also received severe sentences for their roles in the crime. Ryan Grantham, a promising young Canadian actor, began his career at a very early age. Born in 1998 in British Columbia, he quickly gained recognition for his extraordinary talent by taking on roles in Canadian films and television shows. Known for his expressive performances, Grantham appeared in popular series such as Supernatural, Zombie, and Unspeakable. One of his most memorable roles was in the family film Diary of a Wimpy Kid, where he played Rodney James, a supporting character who left a deep impression. This role opened many opportunities for him. However, Grantham's life was overshadowed by serious personal difficulties. Reports indicate that he struggled with mental health issues, including depression and anxiety, which began to affect his relationships and his outlook on the future. Those close to him noticed that he increasingly withdrew and showed signs of deep instability and distress. Tragically, on March 31, 2020, his difficulties culminated in a shocking act of violence when he shot and killed his mother, Barbara Waite, at their home in Squamish, British Columbia. After the murder, Grantham loaded his car with weapons and supplies, reportedly intending to drive to Ottawa to carry out further violent acts, including a plan targeting Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. However, he eventually abandoned this plan and turned himself in to the police, confessing to his mother's murder. His arrest and the horrifying details of his actions attracted widespread media attention, painting a heartbreaking picture of a young man whose untreated mental health issues led him to violence. In 2022, Grantham had to stand trial for the murder of his mother. Prosecutors emphasized the premeditated nature of the crime, presenting evidence of rehearsals and his methodical actions leading up to the murder, while the defense argued that his mental health struggles, especially his battles with depression and detachment from reality, played a significant role. Despite expressing remorse, Grantham was convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to life imprisonment with the possibility of parole after 14 years. Michael Jace was once a respected actor, famous for his impressive roles in both film and television, with his most notable performance being as LAPD officer Julian Lowe in the blockbuster series The Shield. However, Michael Jace's personal life was severely affected by escalating financial difficulties and mounting family tensions. In 2011, he filed for bankruptcy with debts exceeding $500,000. This financial pressure created significant strain in his marriage with April Jace, leading to an increasingly unstable family. On May 19, 2014, conflicts reached a tragic and horrifying climax when, in a fit of rage fueled by financial pressure and personal despair, Jace shot and killed his wife at their home in Los Angeles. This gruesome incident, witnessed by their two small children, shattered the family and shocked those who once knew the actor. After being arrested, Michael Jace pleaded guilty in a 911 call. Prosecutors presented strong evidence highlighting the calculated nature of his actions and his history of domestic violence. In the 2016 trial, although the defense argued that the shooting was an impulsive act driven by emotional stress, the jury convicted him of second-degree murder, and he was sentenced to 40 years in prison. In the entertainment world, a celebrity's reputation can vanish in an instant when faced with serious mistakes or shocking events. The actors we've discussed were once shining stars on screen, but they also serve as living examples of how a fall from grace can happen to anyone, no matter how successful they once were. Their stories reveal that no matter how high one climbs, a single mistake or scandal can shake public trust and cause everything to collapse. Through this video, we reflect on the fragility of fame and the valuable lesson that success is not only built on talent, but also on ethics and responsibility. Stay tuned for more intriguing stories in our upcoming videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any exciting updates. See you next time.